In a dark autumn night, in a secluded village deep in the heart of Transylvania, an unexpected event was about to unfold. In an old, abandoned castle, a group of zombies was hosting a wedding. The bride, an elegant ghost with a tattered wedding dress, and the groom, a skeleton dressed in a tuxedo, were surrounded by eerie guests zombies, vampires, and other night creatures. The castle, draped in cobwebs and illuminated by flickering candles, seemed to come alive with the grotesque celebration. As the macabre ceremony progressed, with sinister music echoing through the halls of the castle, an American military helicopter appeared in the sky. The intelligence agency had discovered the location through a series of strange events and paranormal activities reported in the area. The mission commander, Colonel Jack Harris, received the order to intervene and neutralize any threat. The colonel, a seasoned veteran with years of combat experience, was known for his calm demeanor and strategic acumen. The soldiers descended quickly from the helicopter, equipped with special anti-zombie gear. Unaware of what awaited them inside the haunted castle, they ventured in, only to be greeted by a shocking scene. The creatures were preparing for a feast, and the bride and groom were just exchanging vows in an ancient, demonic language. The air was thick with the smell of decay and the eerie glow of the moonlight filtering through the broken windows. One of the soldiers, a young and eager recruit named Private Jenkins, fired the first shot, triggering chaos. The zombies began revealing their fangs and claws, attacking with ferocity. The bride, enraged that her wedding had been interrupted, cast a powerful curse, but Colonel Harris managed to neutralize her with a special device designed to cancel spells. The device emitted a high-pitched frequency that disrupted the paranormal energies in the area. With the help of advanced weapons and a well-coordinated strategy, the soldiers managed to defeat the hordes of zombies and other creatures while simultaneously destroying the castle that had hosted the malevolent event. As the building collapsed in flames, the soldiers retreated to the helicopter, leaving behind the smoldering ruins of a wedding that should have remained forgotten in the mists of time. Once safe, Colonel Harris and his team ensured that no other creature would ever disturb the peace of that village again. However, their ordeal was far from over, as they would soon discover that the dark forces they had faced were only the tip of the iceberg. In the aftermath of the mission, the soldiers found strange artifacts and ancient scrolls within the ruins of the castle, hinting at a larger, more ominous threat lurking in the shadows. These artifacts contained cryptic symbols and texts that spoke of an impending resurrection of a dark lord, whose powers could dwarf the horrors they had just vanquished. The scrolls mentioned a prophecy, an ancient one that foretold a battle between the forces of light and darkness, with the fate of the world hanging in the balance. Determined to prevent a greater catastrophe, Colonel Harris and his team embarked on a new mission to uncover and stop this looming menace. They traveled across continents, consulting with experts in the occult and ancient history, piecing together clues from dusty tomes and hidden archives. Their journey led them to the secretive libraries of the Vatican, where they uncovered forbidden texts that had been locked away for centuries. Their quest took them to remote monasteries in the Himalayas, where monks guarded sacred knowledge about the Dark Lord's origins. The monks, initially wary of the soldiers, eventually shared their secrets, revealing that the Dark Lord was once a powerful sorcerer who had been banished to another dimension. They ventured into dense, uncharted jungles of the Amazon, where they encountered ancient tribes who still remembered the old tales of the shadowy figure they sought to defeat. Each step brought them closer to understanding the depth of the threat, but also revealed the enormity of their task. Back home, the soldiers faced internal challenges as well. The government was skeptical about their findings, and there were factions that preferred to ignore the supernatural, focusing instead on more conventional threats. Colonel Harris had to fight not only against the encroaching darkness, but also to convince his superiors of the urgency of their mission. Meetings with top officials were tense, filled with disbelief and bureaucratic red tape. Despite the skepticism, Harris and his dedicated team pressed on. They uncovered an ancient prophecy that foretold a climactic battle between the forces of good and evil. According to the prophecy, a chosen one would arise to lead humanity against the Dark Lord, and it became their mission to find and protect this individual. The chosen one was said to possess unique abilities that could turn the tide of battle. In a final showdown, deep within the labyrinthine catacombs beneath Rome, the team confronted the Dark Lord's most loyal followers. The battle was fierce and grueling, with each soldier facing their own personal demons as they fought against overwhelming odds. But their determination and bravery prevailed. They managed to thwart the dark ritual meant to resurrect the Dark Lord, sealing the portal that linked our world to the realm of shadows. The catacombs, a place of ancient secrets and long-forgotten history, echoed with the sounds of battle and the cries of victory. The victory came at a high cost, with many sacrifices along the way. Private Jenkins, the young recruit who had fired the first shot, was among those who fell in battle. Colonel Harris and his team emerged as heroes, but they knew that vigilance was required to ensure that such a threat would never rise again. The village in Transylvania, once the site of a zombie wedding, now stood as a testament to the courage and resolve of those who dared to face the darkness. Thus, the tale of the zombie wedding and the heroic efforts of the American soldiers became a legend, a story of bravery, sacrifice, and the eternal struggle between light and shadow. The story was passed down through generations, a reminder of the price of peace and the heroes who ensured it. The soldiers, though scarred by their experiences, found solace in knowing that they had protected the world from an unimaginable evil. Years later, as the village thrived once more, a memorial was erected in honor of the fallen soldiers. It served as a symbol of hope and resilience, a beacon for future generations to remember the sacrifices made to keep the darkness at bay. Colonel Harris, now retired, often visited the memorial, reflecting on the battles fought and the friends lost. He knew that the fight against evil was never truly over, but he took comfort in the strength and unity that had seen them through their darkest hours.